Hey everybody, this is Dr. J, Professor Spike, Arjun Kamal, streaming to you live from various locations across the U.S., coast to coast, broadcasting coast to coast and across the globe, giving you the market recap on a daily basis at about 4:30.
Yep.
Expect us to be on for about 30 minutes, and if you come on and you ask a question, we hopefully can answer it. Today, Phil wants to know about AUPH, and we will check out
Yeah,
AUPH.
we have
And
to.
in fact, we'll do that request first. And maybe what Heath is on asking about RADA, we'll do that. So if you have some requests, we'll try to do them. And we're not going to waste too much time because we want to get to a lot of stuff today. So we'll get right to it. Hey, cabinet guy from the
Howdy.
Green Mountain State. All right, let's make this one bigger.
Yeah,
Actually, I have Schwab on the charts first because they had terrible earnings. It was a terrible miss, and they got terribly punished. So Schwab did hold a key level at $72, but it came pretty close to that low level, that support level. And I think it's likely to take it out and retest 67. So I see further weakness for Charles Schwab over the next few weeks. I think in general the market over the next week or two could be pretty weak
yeah.
in general. That's my opinion. I'll tell you that right now. We'll look at SPY, which
Yeah,
came
we're
back.
going into earnings season for a lot of the big boys.
Yeah, and if there are some misses, they're gonna any stock with a miss is gonna get severely punished.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And spiders did turn it around, however, and after hours are up. So
Yeah, kind of a iffy candle. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not terrible.
on
It's
also on low volume.
yeah. I mean, I think we're getting close to a bottom. I don't know exactly where it is. I could see it being in that 425 range personally, or even close to here. I don't think there's too much more down, but we might get a little more.
I think it's very likely that we retest the lows at 410.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I could see 420.
Well, this level 415 it could be another support area.
Yeah, but yeah,
All of a sudden, I like Arjan's outlook more than Dr. J.
but I do think the rest of the month is not going to be great. I agree with
It
that.
looks kind of ugly, the chart.
Yeah, but I think as we get into May and June, I think things will start to look better.
I agree, but in the short term, we're still in April, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In the short
Right.
term, I
Still
can
having
see
those April
a
showers.
couple of tough weeks ahead.
Yeah, my strategy's been selling call options on my shares and just kind of
You know,
weathering the
last
storm.
year was such a phenomenal year with spoiled, by the S&P. I really think this year we're going to see a more defined trading range. Probably we have it for the year already. So I see a trading range between 480 and 410
Yeah,
for
pretty.
the whole year. For the whole year. So remember how I always wildly bullish? Not this year. I don't see it this year. I do think we'll close higher than where we are now on the year. But I'm not seeing the likelihood of new highs is diminished. I think maybe we get up to testing this level up around 472. How's that for a close on the year? 472.
Yeah,
This
I
end of
wouldn't
the
mind
year,
that.
472 by December.
Yeah, you have to wait for it. Come
That's
on.
fine with me. I mean, given that I like to swing the options around, I'm okay with a predictable range. But
Well,
yeah,
basically, if you look at this chart, it's been buy the dips and sell the rips, and that's what you got to continue to do.
yeah,
It's certainly didn't sell the rips, if any.
yeah. It's why, I mean, I've been consolidating more into predictable plays for that reason. I have
There have been rips.
Costco and
There have definitely been rips, and it's definitely been a sell the rip.
yeah, and I think especially growth has seen basically a lot of growth. Medium cap is in a bear market at this point. It's really a matter of picking your risk carefully.
The worst performer to me is the Nasdaq, but the second worst has been the Russell.
Not even to mention the XBI, which is just garbage.
Yeah, let's not even mention that.
It was permadrek.
So I see very little support, very little in the way of support here on the daily, on the weekly, wherever we're at, the daily.
We're on the daily right now.
I think we should head back to 415. And whether we head all the way back to 410, I'm not sure, but what's the difference? 5 points.
Yeah.
415, there's a lot of support at 415. If you go back down to 618.21, you're looking at the low of 414.70. So there's a lot of support right in that 415 area. So when I say retest the low, I get credit for 415. I will take credit for that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and call 420, 422. That's going to be my low.
Okay, it's an interesting call.
It is actually, because there's like a lot of gaps in there.
422 would be right about.
In the middle of that.
Yeah. There's a lot of inflection points there that I think matter. I think that's a pretty strong level.
What's this low? This is an important low. 420.70.
Yeah. How about that?
420.76.
How about that? That's my low. Yeah.
I'll give you a chance to lower it.
Yeah.
Something in that range between 420.
420.76 is Arjun's low.
Yeah, basically once I see 425, I'm gonna start loading some moves. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't see much in the way of support until you get down to this double bottom here at 415. It seems to me like it should test that double bottom in my mind. That's what it should be doing, especially if things don't if there's no positive headline in Ukraine. I think it tests it. And what do you want to be in? If you want to own stocks, you got to be in things that are working for you. What's working for me? Caterpillar, Target, Walmart.
Yeah, Costco.
Yeah, so that's been working for me. I bought more of all of them today.
Yeah, Costco is my current largest position. I think I have about, I'm close to my limit there, but it's been good to rise that.
My rule of thumb is if it's working for you, stay with it and get rid of the junk that's not working for you. So I've been unloading a little bit of CRISPR, a little bit of Beam. Not much though, because I want to be able to get back in quickly without. You know what I mean? I'm carefully unloading it. I won't use the term unloading. Let's say I'm selling some gradually.
Trimming.
Yeah.
What
you want to look at GSL? I know you like that one. I bought some of that today as well.
Yeah, I think I've been messaging you on the side, and especially when it got to that 200-day, I got very bullish because I just thought that the sell-off was, I was reading, it was more industry-wide shipping, and this got lumped in with that, even though this is more of this has fixed revenues because they lease ships out. They're not actually the people that are, delivering the goods. They just have ships that have contracts, and so based on estimation,
they're container ships, right?
Exactly. And based on what I've been researching on them, their fair value is something closer to $35 or $40 a share. So I added a lot the last week or two.
Well, I thank you for letting me know because I bought it when you told me, and I added more today.
Yeah.
Remember last week on the show, I said if it breaks the 100, I'm adding, and it broke the 100, so I added.
Yeah.
50, whatever that, what is that, the 100 or the 50? The 100.
That's the 100, yeah. So it's looking good. I think it'll get some resistance at the 50, maybe consolidate, but
Well, maybe I'll take a little off at the 50.
yeah, I'm generally bullish on this specific company, but also just container ships in general. Shipping rates are
In
really
general. But the truckers we're getting beat up. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is a little different, this play, but I agree that trucking is something I don't know as much about. But this is, I think, a safe company. Basically, they pay a dividend. It's in a pretty good uptrend. I'm gonna keep adding.
We're all bullish GSL. GBTC turned it around today with a nice engulfing. I like Bitcoin because it diverged from the SPY today. It's been strictly a risk-on play. Today it came back from its lows of the day to finish nice and strong. So I'm very encouraged by that. Bitcoin, let's take a look at the actual chart. Not much different. It's still, I think it's still an engulfing on the day.
Yeah, that's a good candle.
In fact, it looks even better than GBTC as it broke through the bottom. And when it breaks the support and it finishes strong, I love it. To me, that's very significant. So maybe we'll start seeing better things out of Bitcoin in the near term. Even though I'm bearish the market short term, I'm not as bearish Bitcoin. And that's unusual because it's been a risk-on play, but I don't think it'll go down much from here. Maybe down to 37,293, maybe. So I see little risk for Bitcoin. I think it could hold up even on a down market, as it did today with this engulfing candle. Another interesting engulfing for the day was who had earnings? Bank of America? I think they had an engulfing. Yeah, beautiful engulfing on Bank of America. And look where it came in, Professor Spike. In the right place, right?
Oh, look at that.
Right? I always tell you it's got to come at the end of a long downtrend to be meaningful.
Right.
And this is at the end, very end of a very long downtrend. So I really like the candles that it put in today. And I think XLF in general may not be a bad place to hide.
Yeah, we've been talking about that for a little while, between that and XLE, just to have
XLE is made new all-time highs today.
well, the two of them have been happy places to be instead of the IBB.
Any place.
Yeah,
but the IBB.
Yeah.
Any place. But I'm very bullish BAC. I guess I'm bullish for Goldman for the same reason. I don't know if I don't think they have a engulfing today, but they had a beautiful candle. Wells Fargo bounced back off of bad earnings. I'd rather own Bank of America or Goldman than Wells Fargo right now. And JP Morgan looked okay. So I like the big banks. I like. I guess the brokerages have been weak, like Schwab and so on. Especially weak has been Hood, right?
Yeah. Well,
what about the fact that AMC is now accepting Dogecoin and
Doge.
Shibu Inu for payment for movie tickets?
That's wild.
Is that psychologically big or not?
It seems appropriate in terms of what meme kind of thing.
To me, it's a signal that maybe you should buy Hood which is I don't know if they started trading Shiba Inu yet, but they're going to go to 24-hour trading, and
Right. That was the at the beginning of the year. There was a hope that Hood would actually.
and they're going to have a wallet so that you can
Right.
trade Bitcoin and all of the other cryptos. So I think Hood at below $10, I really like Hood. This one, Heath, you're making new highs again, which is really bullish. Really bullish.
Really is. It's on its head right now.
This is some pick Heath gave us. He gave us this one back here at around $8. I remember him telling me. I was in it for a while, made a small profit, and got out. I don't know why I got out. Sometimes we make mistakes, get out too early. But if you want to get back in, or you want to buy some more, it's always the middle of the body of the green candle. 1550. 1550 looks good for adding. This one is just making new highs all the time. Heath likes 19 as a target. Why not? I believe it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely momentum for it.
Yeah, Rada looks good. It's a defense play, and they're getting contracts. I do like one biotech, a little one. What's the symbol for Amnio? AMRX, I think, right? It's a generic play. Today they got approval for a biologic for something or other. I don't know what it was. It's biosimilar, I should say. Unlike a generic, a biosimilar is not really exactly the same, but it's basically the same. I don't really know what constitutes the exact difference, but Amneal looks good to me.
Biosimilar versus a generic.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the difference is. I think chemically they're equivalent if it's a generic, but if it's a biologic, there could be some differences in some of the ingredients. So this one has got a really nice uptrend going for it, and I like the fact that it's got it's making money, and it's, I think, going to make more money with the Parkinson's drug. That should be I think it's due to be approved in June, I think, something like that. They have Vitari now, which is a time release version of carbidopa levodopa, and they're coming up with a big improvement to Vitari. So I do like this one. I own some of it. I'll probably buy more on today's dip. I forgot, I didn't buy it today, but I should have. Anytime it gets back to this, lower trend line, actually you can draw it even tighter. So I think it's a good buy. You may not get rich on this one, but I think it's a little safer than most.
A little bio that could.
A little buy that could, yeah.
You owe AUPH next.
AUPH, Arenia. Another icky looking candle.
Doldrums.
It's a shame about Arenia. I thought for sure they were going to be gobbled by now, and the bad earnings killed it. It's going to take a while now, it looks like, unless they get taken out for a much cheaper number. They could have gotten $34 from BMY.
Yeah, it could have been a contender.
I believe the board turned down $34. It's not widely known if that's the number, but I think it is. And now wouldn't they'd be happy to take the $34, wouldn't
they? I'd be happy if they took the $34.
I would have been happy then.
Yeah, no, exactly. No reason to be greedy.
We're range bound at this point, though. That we're between 13 and like $10.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, 991 the low. And the high is 1311. And it looks like we're range bound, so swing it back and forth. I don't think you're
I
going
guess it would be
anywhere.
a bargain if it got below 10.
I mean, I don't think you're going anywhere for a long time on this one, unless they're willing to take $18 a share or $20 a share. So I doubt that they will. You know?
And that's going to be a hard sell after the 34 that you're speculating
Yeah,
about.
yeah. So, you know, I'd be looking to buy the stock at around 10 and change and sell it at around 12 and change, something like that.
Just
And if
just
you
swing it
want,
for 20%.
if you want, you can buy puts looking for, if it hits the 13, 12, high 12s, you buy puts down to the 1150 strike and try to get lucky. 1150 strike is really cheap. You buy figuring that it's been trading mainly in this 1130 to 13 range lately. So we might be at the bottom. If we're not at the bottom now, it's going to go down to the 10s. That's how it looks. So if you want to play this one, you could even buy it now. Look for 1250 and sell on any dip below this line. Play a very tight stop. It makes sense, right? I mean, it's been in, how many days has it been here? From 317.
Yeah, it's been quite a
been
while.
1 month exactly. It's been in this trading range. So, I mean, I don't love it because I think the market is weak. So I'm not sure I would do it, but it's possible to do that. It's playable. I think it's playable.
You should do BCRX, I believe.
Another down day. Broker downgrades, I believe.
Yeah.
It's a yucky poo. It's another one that looks like it's not going anywhere quickly. Not going anywhere quickly. What do you think, Arjun, on this one?
Did we lose him?
I don't know. Maybe. Kamal, you have any opinion on BCRX?
Well, what about Arjun asked if we could hear him? No, we can't hear you, Arjun. So I guess he's.
I mean, how positive can you be? It's very difficult to be very positive on BCRX in the short term. In the long term, yeah, probably be $20 again. So you accumulated 10 and you hold it for 3 years and you double your money.
Arjun is backstage. You have to bring him back into the
All right, we'll bring him back.
Because I'm sure he's got something to say about this. There he is.
Do you have anything to say about BCRX?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've been backstage for like 10 minutes. But you've been charting wonderfully. BCRX, I think for me, I'm less interested than I used to be, and the reason is because this halt. I don't know the science well enough to understand if it's a big deal or not. And given that I have plays I trust more, I'm just personally, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah, well, my feeling is similar. You're just going to have to wait on this. I think it'll be $20 again eventually.
Yeah, I mean, we're so committed. We're so pot committed. It's going to be hard to find any place.
No, I mean, it's buyable at $10. You can buy this at 10. I think you get a double if you're patient. 3 years, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've been out of this since January when I just sold everything, but yeah, I guess you're right. I
You've
guess
been
you're right.
making, Arjun's been making all the right moves lately.
He has. He has.
I mean, I've
That's why he's been spending this year
You
playing out.
remind me of a young, well, Elgin, I was going to say a young Elgin Baylor, but he's dead. So a young somebody else.
I mean, I've just been scared. I don't know if scared is smart, but I've just been sitting
Wow.
out on a lot of stuff.
This January sked would be very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, CVM is interesting. I want to
Yeah, it's an interesting story.
Before we end this show.
Is there a reason why he jumped on the day?
Yeah, Adam. What's his name? Feuerstein,
Feuerstein, right?
whatever his name is.
Look at that volume. Holy.
The stat dude said that Get made phone calls to on the QT to private investors, letting them know data's coming out this week or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And apparently people took that as being bullish. So
Yeah.
But for all of a minute, because by noon.
no, I think it was maybe an hour that it shot up, or 2 hours. It was more than a minute.
Stopped right at that 100-day and just went straight down, huh?
Yep.
Because I'm still holding my my original piece from a million years ago.
Well, it went up from where it came back down in 1, 2, 3. It went up in 5 hours. It took 5 15-minute intervals, an hour and 15 minutes to go up, and a lot longer to go down.
Yeah.
An hour and 15, it made its move.
Pump and dump.
Yeah, pump and dump, no doubt. I would expect it to complete the filling of the gap all the way down here.
Yeah, probably.
Unless you hope unless you have some hope that that somehow the FDA is going to approve this treatment for those people with head and neck cancer who would normally opt for chemotherapy, that this is better.
But didn't.
I suppose anything is possible. It just doesn't seem logical to me.
Pete's funny. Pete says Pete's saying that that Jiggly probably secretly owns a bunch of ATHX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we covered. We talked about Mara. We said it's relatively weak compared to even GBTC.
Yeah, you want to look at Albo?
I think it's the strongest of all the miners. XLE and XLF we talked about. Caterpillar, I mentioned that I bought more. I think it's a place to hide. CRISPR, I sold some CRISPR today. GSL, I bought and we charted it. CVM, we just charted. So you want to.
What do you have to say about Albo? Arjun,
yeah, Albo's been good. Yeah,
we'll end with Albo.
It's been good in a bad market. Well, probably not look at the 15-minute chart, but.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But yeah, it's been kind of forming like a nice little uptrend, and I've been
a big dump today.
Yeah, I've been sort of trimming because I just have too much, but I like. I mean, I think today was just the XBI was terrible. Like it had been looking really good before today.
I think once it took out this double top, it just had no more resistance, so it just rose. This double top, once this came out. In fact, look where it stopped today, right at the top of that double top. So what was resistance should now be support.
I think so. I like adding every time it goes below 35 potentially. And yeah, I mean, I think this should continue upwards to 40.
This looks like as good a place as any to add, being that we're right at the old double top.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to their next earnings call. Let's get some guidance but yeah, I'm in this long. I've been in it for a while. It's been
And
good.
also what makes it so strong is the fact that every other biotech is in the crapper and this one's doing well.
Yeah, so
I'm
not a
gonna
bad
end up,
chart.
I'm going to end on a down note. I've been selling a little bit of this every day because I can't take it.
Ugh.
You know, like Kamal says, I don't want it to get me sick. It's getting me ill.
Yeah, this
So
is
it is up a buck after hours because I did sell some right about where it is.
There's still some more. I can use it.
Well,
causality.
maybe I can get it to go up if I continue to sell off, you know?
That's how it usually works.
Yeah. But there's so many areas of support potentially, like right about there.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it does look to me like it very well may retest the lows, and that's why I got out. I'm starting to get out. As it drops, if it drops below this low of 57.78, I'll probably sell a little more. And by the time it gets to 50, I'll be ready to add. If indeed it's going there. Then I'd be tempted to add back some of what I sold off.
Well, again, every time we put this up, I think, I wonder what kind of news has been out there. Nobody's even been rumbling about using this technology.
No,
The other ones haven't been doing anything either.
no, they're all dead. Intelia, Beam, CRISPR, and Editas,
Yes.
all dead
Yeah.
at this
It's a
point.
shame.
Is it dead because nothing's happening, or is it dead because nobody's announcing anything?
Kamal had enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's selling.
Yeah, he's selling in the after hours.
Yeah, Matt Bucket, we should look at coin sometime too.
It's been a very, very, very tough environment. And like I said, if you're overextended, if you're on margin, you're in trouble.
Yeah. This has been a very difficult market since January. I agree.
Coin is interesting. We'll look at it the next time, Matt Bucket.
Yeah.
I like coin, but I don't like it because, you know, it's like Hood. I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I like the company. I don't like the
own it.
chart.
Yeah.
The chart looks terrible on coin, but I like it though. I want it.
They were just talking about having trouble trading rupees in India.
Zim, Zoom, Zim and Zoom. We could look at Zim or Zoom. Which one should we look at tomorrow?
Oh, I know about Zim. Zim is a shipping play. Yeah.
Oh, right.
But Zim is higher risk than GSL. The reason is because Zim is very much affected by what's happening right now. GSL is a slow grind due to their contract. But Zim, I would say, tread carefully. Don't be oversized. But it has a lot of potential.
Why wouldn't shipping companies be doing very, very well these days? I mean,
They are doing great.
Yeah, I was looking at Maersk, you know, the Swedish company that does all the you know, the big containers, and they're like in the middle of their range. They're not like.
Well, I think so. The move up had been pricing in a lot of the optimism, and seasonally shipping rates go up in May. They actually dip February to April, so we should see a bump in the freight rates May to July. I was reading, and then also you want the companies that are leasing the ships out, because the ones that are dependent on the actual supply with like China shut down, those are riskier. Yeah.
All right, Arjun, I got one more question for you. Do you think the cruise lines like Norwegian will come back?
Ooh.
They have come back. They bounced, but they're way off their highs.
So I'm like very biased against those companies, but I don't know. I really don't know. That's not a question for me, probably.
It just looks interesting because they're still about 60% off their pre-pandemic highs.
Yeah, I don't even.
And people like to cruise. They love to cruise, and the Norwegian is high end customers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I
Well,
mean,
if you're saying that the travelers are back, then they're going to be back across all media of travel.
Well,
So
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it may be a good play, considering that people are learning to live with COVID and less afraid of it.
right.
All right, we're at the 35-minute mark. We got to go. Nice seeing everybody. Good to see you, Arjun. Good to see you, Spike. Kamal, take it easy, man. Bye, everyone. Bye
all
bye.
right. See ya.